On Friday, 20th March 2015, students at the University of Cape Town held a protest outside the Bremner building, which is the heart of the institution's administration. This protest formed part of the Rhodes Must Fall campaign launched a few weeks earlier. Students are demanding that the statue of English colonialist Cecil John Rhodes must be removed from their campus. They also accuse the university of institutional racism and a lack of transformation in post-apartheid South Africa. A number of speakers addressed the crowd of protesters.
Rhodes must fall! 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 Black people can identify with UCT. Black people can be proud at UCT. Because UCT doesn't speak positively about your well-being. UCT doesn't speak positively about your image. So, we realize that throughout this particular process and throughout this particular engagement, people who are saying, we don't understand why people want the statue to be removed. People who are saying that we don't understand the significance of Rhodes. Why are you guys worrying about Rhodes? We want the date for when the statue will be removed. We want the students to be, the investigation against the students to be dropped. And we want a fair proposal of what is our transformation objective. This is not only about the statue. So in terms of the program, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be having reading materials and all this, and we will be engaging quite rigorously about these issues. So you must come yourself and come your souls. For when the day comes tomorrow, you would have fully interrogated the meaning of blackness and what it means to be black at UCT. Because other people don't understand. No, they don't. We say that this is not an ordinary march. This is not an ordinary gathering. And we are not just gonna come here and talk. What we are gonna be doing, we need to sit down. We need to educate ourselves. We need to read Bingo. We need to read Fanon. And those materials are coming. We printed them out. The whole night we'll be studying in Bram. We are occupying Brown at the seat of white supremacy. We shall learn, we shall engage, and we shall transform this place. Right now, we don't want to talk to management. It's fine. What they must do, they must come to us, or we'll call them. In fact, we'll call them. They need to say to us, the VC has to tell us what is the stance of the senior management on this particular issue. From my experience, this is what I am telling you. When we were at... I need to wrap up. When we were engaging on the admissions policy, and go and read the article that the VC wrote in 2008 when he became the Vice Chancellor. He was saying that no, race is important. We must continue to read race as the only factor when coming to admissions admission policy. Down the line he changed. Was that no, we also need to use other factors. So the VC's personal view is meaningless to us. The VC's personal view, it doesn't mean anything. We want the view of senior management, knowing that when they go to council, they must then represent that view. So that then as students will know that we already have 5 votes in council. But until we have that, we'll remain. And we want a date for when the station will be moved. Thank you very much.
Puma Kim secretary of the ANC at UCT, but luckily for me, or not luckily, as I've been entrusted with many duties, I am also a provincial secretary of SASCO in the Western Cape, and as such, I have to give this message. I must state that as the ANC as UCT, we don't say that Rhodes must fall. What we say is he fell a long time ago, but UCT resuscitated him from the dead and put him in our faces. Damn it! Damn it! As the ANC Youth League at UCT and as SASCO in the province, we're clear that Rhodes is not worthy of being resuscitated from the dead, and will not disgust us every day we go to school with the face of an imperialist, a racist, a murderer. Thank you very much. You also know, Vice Chancellor, that you don't have any more black people to send to us, such as Professor Tanabandu. Now you have to come yourself to face these people. Because before, you used to send double culture people. Now you have to come yourself. Yes, comrades, we're very clear. We're very clear. In wrapping up, I want to confirm as the provincial secretary of SASCO in the Western Cape that indeed the fever of transformation, we've caught it. And were infected to the extent that at CPUT in Mowbray, Felunov is going to fall next week. And want to tell you, Mare in Stellenbosch, don't relax there. You're going to fall as well. And want to tell you, CPUT Wellington campus, all those residences with those names are going to change. You are going to transform. One on us, you are telling you. Thank you.
The statue must go. We don't care where you put it. You can put it in your backyard, put it in a museum, but it must go. But I'm here to remind you that it's not just about the statue. Do not be fooled. Just because this statue will be removed, and it will be removed, just because it's removed doesn't change the institutional racism at UCT. It doesn't change the fact that black voices are constantly undermined at this university. It doesn't change the fact that every worker here is treated like a piece of furniture. It doesn't change the fact that staff transformation is not happening fast enough. 20 years is not, 21 years is enough. We will no longer accept the terms of engagement being dictated to us. We will no longer listen to your seminars. We have decided that this statue must go. We have decided that racism must go, and we will not be fooled.
Viva UCT, viva! Viva the student movement, viva! Pambili ngabafundi, pambili! Thanks very much, comrades. My name is Andy Lelili from Seskona. We are also here to support the student movement. We support anything that fights against discrimination and racism. I'm impressed to see that not only Africans, not only coloreds, not only whites that are here, all of you are here in fighting against racism. We must applaud the UCT students movement for what they came with, because without you, the society is leaderless. We need you in our society. You need to fight here inside the UCT, this institution, and even outside. We are inspired by your struggles. Let us fight against apartheid. Let us fight against racism. Let us always fight against anything that seeks to undermine the other from another.
The university's Vice-Chancellor Max Price also addressed the crowd. Students were not that interested though in what he had to say.
Students and staff and workers, I want to say firstly, thank you for being here. Now you may think, because one of the things I'm concerned about, most people who are here are part of what I would call the converted. This is the choir. We're preaching to the choir. Everyone thinks the same thing here. What about the 20,000 students at UCT that are not here? Do we want to leave them behind, or do we want them to understand the issues with us? Do we want them to change their minds if they have a different view? So one of the things we want to do is to make sure we want to all hold what we teach in. In other words, we're going to cancel lectures on one of the days. We're going to organize that in every lecture theatre in the whole university. We have discussions going on about the Rhodes statue. We want to be sure that when a decision is made, this is not the decision of an active, small group of people. It is the decision that is understood, at least, by lots of people. I said no. Let me come to if you want to engage, I think you need to give me a chance to speak. I want to say that, secondly, why now? Why has this become an issue now? And it's a good question, and it's a question that we should ask all of ourselves. We, the university management, must ask ourselves, but so must the students. The letter that was written by 9 previous SRC presidents, which was mentioned, I asked those presidents, did any of those SRCs ask for the statue to come down? The answer is no. I asked the previous councils, did any council ask for the statue to come down? The answer is no. I asked the Senate, has the Senate ever asked for the statue to come down? The answer is no. This is now, it's happening now. It's happening now because we've achieved a new consciousness, a new attitude, and a critical mass of people who think the time has come. Thank you. So, now I want to come to the next step. When the protest started 10 days ago or so, 2 weeks ago, I certainly took it seriously. And so you should surely appreciate that the measure of that seriousness is that we have given you a date which is only 4 days away, 4 weeks away, a date which is the date when the only date the body that can make a decision is the council. Now, Mr. Mahapa asked me a question. He said, what does the executive think about the statue? And I can tell you that I have consulted. The executive officers consist of 4 deputy vice chancellors and myself. There are 5 of us. And I can tell you that I've consulted with them, and the majority of us are sympathetic and support the moving of the statue. But I need you to understand that the council doesn't consist of 5 people. The council has the SRC on it, and it's possible for Mr. Mahapa to put a resolution to the SRC. The council has students on it. It has Senate on it. What kind of... So, if you go to council, let me give you an example. If we go to council on the 15th of April, the Senate is represented on council. Now, what is the value of me going there with my proposal on behalf of the Deputy Vice Chancellors if the Senate is present, as they are, and the Senate members on council say, we are opposed to this, we have not discussed this ever. Therefore, we are going to stop the council from making such a decision. I foresee that that could be a possibility. What would happen if some of the union representatives, for example, the Academics Union issued a statement a couple of days ago. What would happen if their representatives on the council said, we have not discussed this, the management of the university, the executive can't speak for us, they have no mandate to do so, we are going to vote against this in the council. What would happen if other constituencies took this view? The strategy that we are adopting is to educate. Over the next 3 weeks, we are not pushing this out forever, so that as many people as possible support our recommendation that the statue should move. It's a sensible approach. It is not delaying tactics. It is not pushing this out forever. There is a finite date, and we give you that guarantee.
While Max Price was still talking, students decided to invade and occupy the Bremner building. They committed initially to occupying the building for one night, but that was later extended to a week. Their demands remain that the statue of Cecil John Rhodes be removed and the University of Cape Town puts an end to what they call institutional racism.
Comrades, we are going inside. Go inside the building. Go inside the building.
Mabina, can you please tell me what's going to happen tonight here outside the Bremner or inside the Bremner building?
It will be inside the Bremner building.